Hello and welcome back all of you my dear students to our another video of geography lecture series. So as you know, in the previous video we have learned a lot about what are the different types of rural areas and how do we use the land in these particular places. So I told you about what is fallow land, then I told you about what is forest, and then I told you about what is grassland. Now, in today's video, we will be learning about what are the different types of land use that we are doing in the urban areas. Now, I hope you remember that when I told you about the difference between rural and urban areas, you should always remember, and it should be coming in your mind quickly, that the rural areas and the land in that areas are mostly used for agriculture. Okay, because this land is fertile land, and you see, due to this thing, we prefer that agriculture should be done in this part of our area. And you see, agriculture is one of the most important thing because this is where we get all the food from. Now let's talk about what is the kind of specification or speciality of the urban areas. Now in most of urban areas you can see that the land that is used there is not at all like 100% used for only one reason. Okay, it might be used for several reasons. If you just see 100 square kilometer of particular urban cities, okay, you will see there are a lot of different kinds of buildings, and you will see there are a lot of different kind of land use in that particular region. So what are these things? And we will see all one by one. So very first is that the land in the urban cities are used for commercial purpose. Now you need to understand that why it is used for different purpose. Like let's say, because there is a lot of population in these places. Okay, the population of humans is so diverse and it is a lot in these places that we require a lot of different kind of services to give to all of them. So that is the reason, that is the main reason why we see urban places are so developed in diversity. Okay, in rural areas you don't see a lot of diversity, but in urban areas you will see there are a lot of different things and different types of land use done there. So as I told you, first is commercial land use. So in this land use you can see we humans need to buy a lot of different things. Okay, we need to buy things for our daily basic needs, then we need to buy the things for luxurious purpose. Again we need to buy a lot of different things for various different kind of purpose, like you know. So if you have someday gone to a city, you might have seen there are a lot of shopping malls and shopping centers. Okay, so what are these? All these things, these are commercial land use. Okay, these buildings are wherever they are built, these are for commercial land use, that you should know. Then you see in these commercial buildings there are again small shops that you see. Like if you go inside a mall, then you will see there are small shops, like one will be for clothes, then another will be for maintenance and hygiene, then another will be a beauty parlor, and then another will be for a men's store, like something like that. Okay, there is a lot of different variety. So this is what it is, commercial land use. Then the next is one thing which is very important for us like you know, in the previous video I have also told you this, it is the residential land use. Okay, so you will find this residential land use in urban places is really very uniquely used. Okay, why? Because first of all, let's talk about rural. In rural areas, land available is in a lot of quantity. Okay, land is available in a lot of quantity. So what we do, we build small huts, one ground floor only, you will see only one floor house. Okay, but in the urban areas, the land piece available is really very small, and the people that will be living in that particular land are very large. Okay, the population is very large. So what happens, we build multi-story building on that piece of land. Now why do we do that? It is of course because we want to save the land, and we also want to, like, not save the land, but we want to use the particular piece of land in its maximum efficient way. Okay, so that is why we build one story, then we build second, then third, then fourth and fifth accordingly. Okay, you don't see every building is of same story or same height. There are different kind of buildings. So this is what is the residential land use. And when we go to urban places, we see there is a lot of restrictions of how do we use the land. Not restrictions, but lot of limited choices of how could we build a house in this place, because the land availability is less. So that is why you see in the urban places there are very tall buildings you will see in these places, and in rural places you don't see that much tall buildings or that much big houses. Okay, so this is one thing that is different between rural and urban area regarding the residential use of land. Now next thing is public utility area. So first I told you about commercial land use, then second I told you about residential land use. Now third is public utility area. So when we talk about a big city, what happens eventually is that the number of services that the humans that are living in that places, they require a lot of different services. So in order to serve this purpose, there are government bodies, there are different organizations that serve such kind of purpose. Then there are like some different things where, like you see, if we want to handle crime in particular city, then we will establish a police station in that city, because this police will serve the purpose of handling or punishing the criminals, right? So that is one type of service that we get from the governmental bodies. Then if we want some things to be done in our surrounding, like water facility, electricity, then again provision of LPG gas cylinders and all these things. So these things are also provided by the government. So you see MSCB is there, then again there are water management systems and the bodies doing all these things. So these are what public utility area, and the land that will be used for these things is what called as a public utility area land. So this might include a police station, court, then governmental organizations, then municipalities, gram panchayats, like not gram panchayats, they will be in the rural areas. Then in urban areas will be municipalities, then again different governmental services and all those things. So they will be included in the urban areas. Now next is what, when you are living in a particular city or wherever you are living, now you don't work a 24-hour every day. Okay, you don't work 24-hour all day long, 24/7. You need something to entertain yourself. Now in order to entertain yourself, you need one specific place where you should be feeling like there is no work stress or workload, and you are just by yourself in that place. So these places, such kind of places are built for humans, and these places are called as the recreational land use. Okay, the places where such kind of like the land where we find such kind of places is called as recreational land use. Now on this land we will find that there are parks, there are gardens, there are swimming pools, swimming tank, again what is that, water parks, again theaters, cinema halls, then circus, and like whatever it is, whatever that gives us the feeling of happiness, and everything that is used for entertainment purpose. So that comes under the recreational land use. Now you might have also seen that there are also playgrounds in a city, then there is a stadium, again there are certain different clubs that we see. So all of these things come under recreational land use. So these things are basically for helping out humans to stress out of everything that they are working on all day long. So that is why weekends are more famous in these urban areas, because all week people are working for some particular hours of their day, and at the weekend when they get anything off, they will be found in these places, okay, recreational places. So that is the analogy behind it. So from the very beginning I told you commercial land use, then second residential land use, public utility area, then recreational land use. Now fifth is what? Mixed land use. Now what is this fixed land use that we will see? Sorry, not fixed, mixed land use. So this mixed land use could include a lot of different things. Like you see, in one place only you can see there are a lot of different types of land use. Like one side there will be police station, the another side there will be a commercial shopping complex, then one side there will be something different work going on. So you see there are a lot of different things in this one particular land. Then one thing that is really very important for urban cities is that transportation from one place to another place. Like let's say if there are buildings everywhere, how are we going to move in this city? Okay, it is not possible. So in order to move the traffic or move the public from one place to another place, we need a good transport system, and the network should be very strong. So the sixth type of land use that we see in our urban areas is the transportation or transport land use. Now this will include roads, railways, again bus stops, bus stations, bus stands, then wherever you see there are railways, you will see railway stations also. So railways and railway station, then airport facilities, then if the urban city is near coast, then there will be ports, there will be ships for sailing under the water, not underwater, above the water. Then like this type of transport facility might be available in these places, and roads play a really major important part in it, okay, because roads are the very place from where we get all the freedom to move around everywhere. So that is why roads are really necessary. So I hope you got to understand all these different points regarding the urban cities and what is the necessity in these places. One more thing I would like to tell you is there are some land use which we do for institutions. Okay, so this is what it is called as institutional land use. Now institution may include schools, colleges, hospitals, then again practice centers where we get some training, okay, training centers, we can also call them like that. So these are the various different kinds of things that we have to see when we are living in a urban city. So if you want to get education, you will go in a place where there is institutional land use. If you want to go from one place to another place, you will use transport land use. Then if you want to buy something, you will go to commercial places. Then if you want to live in your home, then you will of course go to your residential land use. Then if you want to do some government work or governmental, like you want the help of government in finding a way out of your solution, finding a solution out of your problem, you will go to police or courts in public utility areas, and then if you want to relieve your stress, you will go to recreational land use. So these are what different types of land use that we do in our urban areas. Now that's all for today, and in the next video we will learn about suburbs, what is suburban areas, and we will learn about planned cities, and also we will see how do we own a particular piece of land by using 7/12 extract. So that's all for today, and have a nice week ahead. Bye.